And we're live. So, there has been some changes to the base. Made a bunch of ME interfaces with molecular assemblers. So I have two little towers going on over here right now. This is going to be changing soon. Made our crafting computer a little bit taller and more powerful. Added another two more 4Ks and a 16K crafting storage. And I mainly needed to put on that 16K so I could make all my dense cables all at once. So, I need these P2P smart. That is not enough. Oh. That's mem. Okay. There we go. Bump, bump, bump. Okay. That's there. So, plan for the ME system is a 7x7 megacube, but we're going to start off with just one layer of the megacube. It's a 7x7, and we're going to have these two pylons in between. Hi, sheep. So, I have these two pylons. Eventually, we're going to have some cross pieces here. Actually, you know what I want to do? Just stick this there. And we're going to cannibalize this a little bit for the time being. But this is totally going to be a kind of a living project. I think we can get away with that. I haven't hooked this all up, but if I go by my plans, I believe that should work. But we're going to find out in a little bit. Those are just going to be stored right there for now. But how we're gonna do this? We're gonna actually be using the nice big 7x7x7 cube as a. We're gonna call it the master. It's gonna be more like a master cube, and we're gonna have a ton of connections off of that one. And then we're gonna have this 1x7, starting at least, as our slave controller, master slave controller. So what we will need to do, you put a P2P tunnel up there, and then you put a smart cable on that because that's what you need to connect these bad boys. And then you can put your dense cable and pull that down and connect it into this controller. What we're basically doing is condensing the 32 channels from that face of that block from the master cube into one single channel. So whenever this all gets lit up and we connect another P2P tunnel up and connect them, this dense smart cable will say one of 32 channels being used. And this is how we're going to break applied energistics 2, because what I am planning on doing is we're going to run 32 channels via one channel through this slave controller all the way over to this room, which more like building, which is going to be our applied energistics circuits creation, seed production, and charging stations will all be in this building. I need to put a door on here. Plan right now is to put a white door, and this is gonna be kind of like a clean room because there's all the computer parts being made. That's what I'm going for with this building. And then we're going to run another channel over into the barn, and this is where we're going to have our basically it's going to be like the library of storage drives, because it's going to have, this is going to be our storage building. If we ever fill this all up, if we do, oh my god, that's going to be just a ton. Well, it'll probably be full of drives, but it won't be full of storage drive itself, because we're going to put fluids in here, or you're going to have your normal storage, but we're going to have 6 chunks like this, both sides full with 28 ME drives, which each ME drive can hold 10 drives. So if we do that all with 64K drives, just start doing the math. Thanks, Raven. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming. So 28 by times 10, that's 280 drives on just this one section right here. So 280 times 6. Let's do this math really quick. 280 times 6 times 2. That is 3,360 drives we will have at our disposal, drive slots, on this one floor, which, like I said, we'll probably never fill all that because that's just ridiculous from storage. Oh, hi, Evan. So, and if we do fill up this entire floor with drives, we still have the basement down here that we can fill with even more drives, and that's why we built the basement like this. So that's going to be for our second P2P tunnel, and probably our third P2P tunnel for right now. Our third setup is going to go over in the basement of the animal barn. This is where we're going to move our ME interfaces with molecular assemblers. It's going to be over in this room underneath. Whole design for that's going to change a little bit. I'm going to go to a 3x3 setup and then make towers. So this room will be constantly expanding with the more recipes of crafting recipes for this. And then, so basically what we're going to do is just compartmentalize everything. So for every time we hook up a wall, it's going to get a P2P tunnel, and that's going to be another channel. So this one dense cable is he's going to get filled up from if we ever hook up all of this, and we'll have to probably have to maintain a count so we make sure that we don't have to run any extra big dense cables up here, because that's just going to be a little difficult to do that eventually. Also going to change the lighting up eventually in here. We're going to probably replace these inverted white lamps and use the Emmy lamps. What are those called? Nope. Let's look at this. Applied Energistics. That's an annihilation plane. Formation plane. P2P tunnels. The illuminated panels. Bright illuminated panels. We're gonna flip those. We're gonna put those in here instead of torches and lamps. So it's gonna become all clean. Give me your thoughts on if we want to keep the pillars or not. If we do chop them off, we'll probably only chop off the bottom 3 blocks of it. May still do that, but not all of them. We'll see. And then what I've also been working on in off screen is this building, which it's gonna have a second floor. It's gonna have a main floor. We're just finishing up the basement. Oh, especially in survival and on this server, you always build from the basement on up, so you can lay down torches and you can have good light source, so you don't have any mobs pop up on you. So this is going to be probably the start of our processing plant for ores. It's going to have our large processing to make like glass and other things that we need for crafting recipes. And I have to do a quick pick of cotton because we need that for smart cables. Didn't check this before stream. And Cyrus can yell at me for this, for farming during streaming, but she's not here yet. So we've also expanded the mystical agriculture crop. Need to do some more level 2s and level 3s. Oh, and also, to be nice to Cyrus, and something that we originally planned on, I made concrete for us so we can run around a little bit faster. Let's throw this in there. Smart. How we doing? Okay, just need glass now, which all that glass should be cooked up. Three. And this is why we made the crafting computer with a higher capacity, because now, well, wow, wouldn't have taken the expansion, but let's have that build. Let me show you what else we've changed. So you probably noticed in that last little shot this ender chest. Nothing in the ender chest, but there's stuff in these crates. So we've been doing some mining in space, and which this doesn't have any of the ores really in there because I've already processed them all through. We'll go check out the ship while that all builds up, and then we're gonna have some fun hooking up power to all this. So ship kind of stays up in the air. It's kind of big, not that big. It's still a shuttle. Still a shuttle. So this is shuttle / mining ship right now. And so mining level of the ship has it's gone over a little bit of a change. Still running on steam power. We're still making coal coke in one of the silos. Got a full row of it right now. Probably have another full row cooked up because it's been cooking for almost 2 days now, and we haven't gone mining in 2 days. That's how much materials we've had from mining in space. I upgraded from just one level of 4 steam dynamos on the Signalium level. Have 2 energy efficiency catalysts and their boilers. So this all creates steam and pumps it over. And now we're up to 12 turbines. Got rid of the efficiency and just strictly increased output with these. Still, it doesn't keep up with whenever all 4 of these mining lasers are running. These energy cubes just get drained. Current rate, it's about a full energy cell and a half to run these from top to bottom in space. Not that bad. Here's the water supply for the boilers, and then small farm of coal seeds. This is mainly for those long times out in space. Could just be collecting more, and just we get more coal from this. And then the bridge, which has been stripped down a lot because a lot of the barrels the crates were up here, went down to the mining room. Hasn't really changed that much up here. Well, there's a door here now instead of the force field, because the force field went down to the mining level. Dimensions. It's 1 by 11 by 11 by... Oh, it's 1 by 11 by 3 by 22 by 11 by 13. That's all your directions around. And we're sitting at about 2,609 tons for this one ship. Can't go above 3,000 or we can't get back onto Earth. And that's with almost 3,000 blocks. So, and just to be safe, if we were to ever run the mining lasers too much and drain that entire bank of cubes, we have this energy cell reinforced, only hooked up, like it gets fed and then it's pumped in, and that's our battery to get back home. That's the fail-safe. Still need to hook up the monitor to just show our position and everything, but that hasn't been a top priority. Does give you a good view of the base from up here. So, overall, base hasn't changed too much. The bees area kind of got ripped out. If we do bees, it's going to be over in this area now. That's strange. Why is there a green patch there? Whatever. So, let's go back down, because hopefully those smart cables are all built. They are smart. Okay. I did not think about something. Oh, I didn't think. Well, the crafting computer can go in the ME building for right now. We can always expand that. We can always move it somewhere else. Where is everybody else? Where is everybody else? see what Monkey's doing. So now we have to rip this all apart. So let's make sure we have everything. P2P tunnels, smart cables, dense cables, memory cards. I think that's everything. So let's start taking this down. Oh, that's what I meant. Do I have any quartz fiber cables? Let's make 64 of those. We gotta wait for this to go. So because we kind of need quartz fiber cables for to tie power from the master cube to the secondary cube, and then power all of these. And then this room's going to be looking a lot prettier. Ooh, flux duct. That's probably a smart idea to grab. Because then, eventually, when we can get a lot more recipes all built up and everything, we get more, expand our storage, we can start moving all of this into the ME system. Do 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 do. Monkey. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. That should be enough for now. That's enough. Okay. And we're going to break that, break that, break that, break that. So right now, how it is, you got 32 channels per side. So like this dense cable right here says 8 out of 32 channels, because there's 8 interfaces right there. This is the interesting thing also. So this is connected to an interface. The interfaces are the only things that count towards channels, not the molecular assemblers. So when we go to that nice big 3x3, all these extra faces of the interfaces are going to get assemblers as well to expand this, to have even more flexibility. Burp. Okay. That's strange. Oh. Because I was... Let's put all this, all that in there. Nope. That just scared me. 2, 3, 4. That. that. Okay. Get rid of that. Can have that now. We're going to throw that there. Throw that there. We need these. That. Nope. That. And there we go. So now what we need to do, so we can get rid of this, put this in right there. Ship. To see. Okie dokie. So, big cube is lit. Can we actually, what we want to do, we want to do that, and then that. And then that. Oh, wait. That right there. Again, this is all subject to move over time. Because eventually, what we want to do is put our cube, well, our power hookup inside the big controller. So let's bam. Okay. Charge that back up. There we go. And see, this is powered now. Actually. So what you got to do with P2P Tunnels is you got to get a memory card. And you... Okay. Unlinked. Okay. So what I did was I jumped, and you have to shift right click to get the, basically connect the P2P tunnel. And so we're gonna go over here, run over here to this this room, dense. Smart. And then we're going to throw up another P2P tunnel, and then you right click, and we just linked the two. This is the output side. Oh, that's new. Output side. Hi sheep. And this should say input side. So we're using the AMI P2P tunnels themselves. So now, what we can do is we can run this. So as you can see, one of 32 channels. This is 32 channels right there, down to one. So what we're going to do here is going to build this up. Burp, 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 burp. And we got to connect all this up. Dense, dense, dense. Also dense. And I need all these hooked up. Eventually these are going to have import buses. And then this side's going to have interfaces. One more. And this is why we have the quartz fiber cables, because theoretically 3, 6. Connected like that. It's going to go up, up, that, 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 that. And this will just go up. So all those are theoretically hooked up. We're going to have to go in behind and put the interfaces and input buses eventually. So let's go back down. Dense, 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 dense. So between these 9, well, nine machines, we're going to have 27. Wait, that's not right. 6, 12, 18 of our 32 channels wrapped up right here. And you got to power these, so that's why, we have a smart cable right here, because actually this is going to be delivering power to this right here. And then this is going to go there. Oh, let's see. Oh, I see my design now. This goes there, this goes there, that goes there. That goes there. So this is going to be powered by right there. That's going to have connectors. It's going to have the interface and import bus, and we're going to have to put a filter on that so it only pulls the fully done seeds. chargers. Where'd I put the chargers? And this is also why we built utility tunnels. So we can hide all of this. Need that. Bam. Bam. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. And this is completely like the ugly version of this. Probably over the next week, I'll get this looking a lot prettier. Sure. We're gonna hook this up like this. No. Bad Tucker. We're just gonna use gravel. Boop. Dense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. That. Ah! Damn it. Okay, we still have more dents. Don't want the P2P tunnel up there. Don't want those in our inventory at all right now. Well, at least not in the hotbar. There we go. So, just for the time being, do I have? No, I do not. I need you two. We're just gonna stick that there. That there. There we go. So this is just so we can access the system. We're gonna go back over to our magical cube. Jump up. We're gonna leave that frequency like on that one. So basically what we're gonna do, for each pairing, we're gonna have a memory card for. We'll probably get an item frame. For each connection. So like we'll put an item frame in the ME creation building and stick that memory card in. You can rename them in anvils, but that can be really hard because sometimes it doesn't take and it doesn't work that well. So that's that. So, jump and grab. Now let's go up to right there. This goes. Oh, did not think about this. Well, because 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. And then we gotta come around to this side because this is where we have all of our stuff. Link. why I hadn't hooked this in yet. Because we needed quartz fiber cables. That is right. Well, this is gonna be a hassle. Well, I can always just take it down to this. Oh, that's nice. It actually keeps the link even if it breaks. That. There we go. Stick the diorite. Then we're gonna okay, put this one in, put that one in. Oh wait, before I put in this last one, here's a great example. 27 out of 32. Oh, that's because of, so really now, that means we don't have to run as much. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Well, for this for this example one, when I stick in this last ME drive over here, it's going to put up to 28, which you're probably asking, what are you going to do with the remaining 4? Probably what we're going to do is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, we have 5 open slots right here. We're gonna run some smart cables in behind, and then put to show how the items that are in the system period, and just show them off here. But that's more decorative. We'll probably eventually put a crafting terminal in here, a fluid terminal as well. So yeah, so let's stick that in there. So, in theory, right now, if I go over here, right, you see 1 channel out of 32. And then we go right here, 2 channels of 32. And we're gonna shut up, Zambi. Always gotta check your light levels. Da, 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 da. Oh, pattern terminal. That's important. We don't technically need these. 2, 3. We're gonna go over to here and jump up. And then we're going to populate that just like that. So we have our 7 drives right there. Now if I go over to this building now, if everything is working correctly, and I click this, as you can see, we can see all of our nice items now. Which pattern terminal is gonna go there. Stick that there. And then we're gonna go down in here. And we're just gonna cheat this a little bit. Of just sticking this down here for now. That's gonna be our lovely crafting computer. May actually, okay, so 18, 20, 22, 24. Well, you know what we're gonna do for the time being? Well, we're gonna eat first. Do, do, do. We may not use these other two P2P tunnels for right now. We need... Oh, that's gonna be a lot of patterns. Well, 24... 32. So we're actually gonna run this other cable around. How much smart cable do we have? Ooh, we are running low. Well, not really, okay. When I say running low, it's not the same. Could just go do a straight shot back. That'd probably be better. Yeah, because we're not gonna come... We'll eventually have to do some tweaking to all of this. Da, da, da. Yeah, to mine. Well, not really mine. Oh, that was slightly scary. And we're going to make this all pretty eventually off camera. Because I doubt you guys want to see me making things pretty. Well, you do, but at the same time, you don't. That's a blank one. Boop. 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 Okay. Da da da. Da da da. Oof. So eventually, each one of the towers of assemblers is going to take up a full 32 channels. So we're going to have a P2P tunnel for every single one of those, which, if we go by the same scheme, we're going to have at least 3 towers right in front here. So, to handle that, we're going to have... Oh, we can always, and then doop. It's all made up. Well, actually, should only need to run that to there. Let's tear this down. So, as you can tell, we already have a bunch of patterns made. That's basically just making patterns for things that we're going to be using a lot. So, chisels, should make one for memory cards, paper, the different encoding, different crafting computers, the different woods, because since we have nature seeds, servos, reception coils, because it's for thermal expansion, agricraft stuff, warp drive stuff. It's just nice to have patterns, because then you can just go in and go, okay, craft me some more. So what we're going to do, I need dish and I need douche. So we're going to stick that there, which should, yep, that and that. We're going to do a pattern like this. So it's going to be boop, 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 boop. And then interface, boop, boop. Then we're going to come get, did I just, nope. I'm reading. Okay, then you can come over to here. Good job on my part. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is a little tedious side of it, but when it's all done. Ba 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 ba. Actually, we are going to, this next go around, we're actually going to try something different. Because so, probably a lot of you are asking, why'd you put your pattern terminal over here? Because, so anytime we make a new pattern, we can just look down at this interface, and it shows us all of our interfaces, so we can put more in. And it shows you what they're connected to. So molecular assemblers. So, yeah. Since we can do that right now, it doesn't really matter. We're going to try something. Because how this is all set up is we actually have two different networks going on that are running here. We have our main network off of our main cube, and a secondary network running off of this secondary controller. So we should not be able to pop this right here. And if I remember right, we will not see, yep, see, we do not see those molecular assemblers, because this inner, okay, that's the outer network, inner network. The inner network can't see the outer network. So Just wanted to, just thought we should try that, just in case, because that could have made our lives a whole lot easier. Boop. Yeah. Well, actually, I think we can put all of this away to allow us to make some more room. We're gonna run over here, run over here, and load. Good job. Because what I just did was I accidentally threw one of my patterns into the ME system. Now I have to go over here. Oh, luckily there was only one. There we go. Yeah, this is not the fun part of applied energistics, because you gotta move all your stuff around and make it look pretty. Been running too much. So, it's all connected up. We're gonna have, what does it say, only 8? Oh! I think, well, we have a small snag. Because, I see why. So we're going to need some more care where these all go, just as long as they are in. And connected. Well, it looks like we may have to go back to our old setup of 2x2s, which is fine. Just means that actually that didn't. Oh. Okay. That has 8 channels on it. Let's disconnect these like that. Interface. Oop. Oh, that's full. We're gonna connect them that way. And let's go back over here. we're just going to do it the easy way. We're going to run over here. So really don't care where these patterns go. And just put them wherever. Oh, this is the long part when you move your whole system. But we're expanding this all out. And that's what we need to do, expand. And there we go. So it's all expanded out. We have all of our items, which in the meantime, while that's going in there. So that's expanding out your ME system out to be a lot larger and using P2P tunnels. Let's go here. Interface. I actually want that one. Two, three. 9, 11, 12. Can I make 12? That is the question. No, we are missing logic processors, which is fine. Speaking of that, how do we make more? So let me explain what the plan is. We're gonna have one column solely for the silicone wafers, because since those are just a ton of them that you need, and then one for the circuit, and then one for the final product circuit. So because basically you gotta have one inscriber for silicone per circuit or one final board. So that's why we're gonna have 3. So when you come over here, I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3. I need all 4 of those and 2 iron blocks. That's iron. Okay. Run over here. Run over here. And it just froze and it came back up. We're going to engineering, calculation. Hey, look, we have more processors. It actually has to keep inventory on there. Stick that there. And we're going to make 2 more of the silicone presses. There we go. Stick that in there. You can put multiple presses there. Didn't know that. There we go. And then interface. Making. There's our 12. And this is whenever I have to break my work for a sec. That and that. Nope. Wrong spot. 3. And then 1 right there. 1 right there. 1 right there. So, if these are locked up, as they are, just for a sanity check, only 12 channels. Why only 12? Something is not hooked up correctly. And I know why. No. These are probably throwing them off. So, why does that say 8? That's 0. Quartz fiber cables. Go. Why does this? Aha. Yep, that's it. Okay. Pattern. You're gonna go right there. You're gonna go right there. Should be 6 there. And now 16, 9, 12, wait, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 16, because yep, that's right. That's right. Okay. So, if we come to these any interface terminal, which we're gonna toss that in there. So we're gonna come in here. So you see these advanced describers now, and we have 9 of them. So we have 2 chargers and a crystal growth chamber. So we can make more patterns, which granted these advanced describers will only have 1 pattern in them each. It is kind of a waste, but it makes automation fun. So I think that's a good stopping point for tonight. Actually, import bus. That's a fluid import bus. Can I? I can't. That's capacity card, crafting car. Oh, we're gonna need that probably. Redstone cards. No. Import. Let's just make one of these. So, the whole thing of this, why it's called an import bus, is that you're importing into the system itself. So, okay. So there's technically already a filter. It gives you a filter. We'll just need a capacity card. So, there we go. It's going to look so good. It's going to be fun trying to figure out how to tear this apart again. To actually put the patterns in those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can we make 12 more patterns? We're missing pure quartz crystals. Damn it. Let's do 60. Bam. So when these get to 100%, they should be pulled in. Yep, they're getting pulled in. It's gonna kind of be slow. We're eventually gonna put a capacity card to unlock these 4 slots, and then we're gonna put so we can filter also out so to only pull the other 2 pures, and then we'll put acceleration cards so this pulls them out super fast. So let's do this again. We can make those now. And there we go. Put those there. So. Actually. So I want to show you something, how we do this. So for the patterns for these, they're not your stereotypical crafting recipes. You go into here, and you have to hit this, it says crafting pattern. So it turns into a processing pattern. So what you do is, you gotta have some of what you want to use. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go one seed to pure crystal. That's no. One crystal. You can throw those back in there, make your pattern. And now, if we come over to here and type in pure crafting recipes only, it actually crafts those now. So this is whenever we do the whole, clear that. Nether. Let's go make 23 is fine. Gotta make some silicone. And this will be one of the patterns that we eventually put into the processing building. And yeah, part of this whole automation setup that I'm doing is that we have enough materials in our network that will be able to sustain our recipes. Which magical crops that we have now, we can easily go pick that, and we'll probably set up some auto farms for those. Not in this dimension. Maybe in space, if we build a base up there, or we could do it but just dig down by bedrock and put a light source in there. Okay, grab those. And then we come here, type in this. Helps if I spell correctly. We're gonna have 3 of these. There we go, and now we can type in silicone crafting, and we can craft those. Gold. I need one of those. Logic. Need one of those. Pure Certus. Diamond. Oh, I know what also I need. Calculation. What's the third? That's calculation. Engineering. Always make sure you spell things correctly. we're going to do is then helps also if we have the silicone that equals that. That. And then diamond equals that. This plus redstone plus that equals that. That should be all of those. Engineering there. Calculation. That. So, boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Circuits. Grab those all there. Speaking of that, we need nope. Redstone that. Import. Start. Which and yes, I know there's a wrench I can use, so I don't keep on interface crafting. But I don't want to do that right now. Import. Ooh. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. That should all light up. 6, 6, 4. It's another 3. What is it? 26 out of 32, which I'll go down 25. And then actually let's do now this time it should work completely. Head over here. There we go. Import. There we go. And other than making this pretty, like with the facade covers and everything, basically this whole building is done now. So, well, I think that's where I'm going to call it for the night. Thanks everyone for joining. Hopefully everyone learned some things. And we'll try before the next stream and have this a lot prettier and maybe expand it out some more. For sure would like to have this building built out a little bit and have some recipes and stuff all going. Really want to make this pretty so we don't have an ugly cable just poking out. But that's about it. Again, thanks for coming. Bye.